Joining me right now on Kumite TV is UFC welterweight Nordine Taleb. What's going on, Nordine?
I'm good. I'm good. Starting the training camp strong.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch the fights last weekend? UFC 239. You're probably watching the welterweight division. Did you watch Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren?
Yeah. Hell of a fight. Very, very unexpected moment. But yeah, it was a matter of time where somebody will go straight forward to him. You know what I mean? It's like, anyway, he's a very good wrestler and you will go down at some point. So you better try something and quick. So yeah, fuck, he did it, and wow, it was awesome, awesome. I know it's a lot of people are very satisfied by his knockout.
A lot of people are angry too because they're saying that Masvidal, he went in there and he punched him 2 more times, even though he was knocked out. What is your opinion of that? Do you wait until the referee stops you, or do you just stop yourself?
Me, no, me, I never had like a walk off in my career after a knockout. Like, no, I go until the ref, until the ref, it's coming and separate us. So it's not my job. My job is to finish the fight. So I agree. I agree totally with what Masvidal did. So for me, it was fair. Okay, yeah, it was super out, but you know what I mean. It's a five first second. You have your adrenaline in the rooftop. There has been like a lot of trash talking and stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of animosity, and Masvidal is an animal. What I can say else? It's like, yeah, he's you know what I mean? So, so yeah, I agree with the situation, and we have seen many times Ben Askren resurrected.
Mhm.
I mean,
Definitely.
Askren resurrection. You know what I mean? It's like, we know about this guy. You know what I mean? He can, he can stood up like a fucking zombie and beat the shit out of you for 5 rounds. You know what I mean? Slow death.
Yeah.
So man, he has to secure his win, and that's what he did. Okay, he's down. You kill him twice, and that's it.
Like you mentioned, there's a lot of trash talking or shit talking in MMA now. There's a lot of guys coming in and doing it. At Masvidal and Askren, they were going back and forth. Do you think some people are talking too much, going too far?
Yeah, you see some fighters, they really don't have it. You know what I mean? They're like, they force, and it shows they are taking notes, or some friends give them notes, and they try to trash talk. You know what I mean? There is some good and some bad, like good fighters and bad fighters, and there's some good trash talkers and bad trash talkers. And yeah, there's a lot of bad and fake trash talkers. They try too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. For sure. And for me, it's exposed right away, and I say, ah, fine, it's fake as fuck. But it's my side. You know what I mean? From a people opinion, maybe it looks good. I don't know. They're entertained. But me, I'm entertained only when it sounds very real. When they blast with some fact and some stuff. And I mean, then you can verify online, and you see, oh fuck, what he said is fucking true. That's awesome, and you keep, and you know, and you're following the trash talking on the next press conference. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when it's all built up and shit talk and like fake, uh, yeah, for me, yeah, I see it at the first sight.
Another big issue, in the UFC is these fighters, they're getting caught for PEDs, some of the biggest names in the sport. Is that something that really concerns you as a active fighter?
Oh yeah, for sure. Me, I have my eye on it. You know what I mean? I stay aware, and I see a lot of guys got caught on PD. Even my opponent, my next opponent, been
Mhm.
caught on PD. But yeah, me, I've been around PED guys. You know what I mean? My whole career, and for my style, what I bring and everything. uh, it doesn't play too much on their advantage to be on steroids. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
By my style. But if I was like a toe-to-toe guy and a grinder, you know what I mean, wrestler, big grappler, for sure. If the guy is on PED, it's a big disadvantage for me because his physics is so, you know what I mean. But for me, no, like for my style, I never been bothered sparring with. And I probably fought some guys on PED because before it wasn't so much, you know what I mean, checked.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, for me it doesn't matter. But the sanctions are very salty. So I wouldn't be I wouldn't like to be at, at the guy place cut on PD. You've been exposed me with the media, your career. You're on the standby for 6 months, 1 year plus a fine. It's a very bad spot to be. And I've never been interested on PD my whole career. So some people they propose me la la. I mean, uh, but I never been interested. For me, for this stuff is shit.
Right now, you're sitting in Phuket. You're training down there. You've been splitting your time between Tiger Muay Thai and Tristar in Montreal for the past few years. Talk about the benefits of training at two different camps.
But the benefit is good. I have a good relationship with the both sides. It's depend geographically where I fight. You know what I mean? So if I fight in Europe, uh, I can do half of my camp in Thailand and half of my camp in Canada because it's in the middle. You know.
Mm.
Uh, So if I fight in Canada and America, it's better for me to do my world training camp in Canada. And now I'm fighting in Abu Dhabi in the Middle East. So it's more convenient for me to stay in Thailand because I'm just 6 hours away from Abu Dhabi. So yeah, it's very very convenient.
Do you take your own coaches? Because you're based out of Montreal, you're based out of Tristar. Do you have a certain coaches that you take with you to Thailand to help you get ready?
So I had some training partners
Mm.
who came with me and coaches too. Sometime. And this time, Firas Zahabi, I get very more closer than my coach Firas Zahabi recently, like lately.
Mhm.
So we have a very good connection and stuff. So we can even if I'm far, I'm sending him video. He knows I'm serious. I will do my homework and I will listen his advices and stuff. So I mean, I always have a chat with him, like almost every week. I'm sending him videos and he telling me, okay, oh, you should do that, you should do that, and it works pretty well. And come at Abu Dhabi fight, and I'm gonna take somebody from Tiger Muay to come with me to assist us too.
Do you think that, training at these two major camps, back and forth, it has contributed to your longevity in the sport?
Yeah, definitely. Especially my mood. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like training is very good in Canada, but with the weather, I mean, I was getting depressed a little bit. I mean, and you're sparring with the same guys every time, and you build a lot of respect, like a brothers, and
Mm.
you don't want to hurt each other because you hurt somebody, you cannot fight. You know what I mean? So it's on you. You feel bad, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's good. It's good for me to be at Tagamotai sometimes because there's a lot of there's a lot of rotation guys who coming. You know what I mean? They come for 2 weeks. They come for 1 month. So they come and they want to They want to show they want to show they're good. You know what I mean? So they always overdoing it. Especially in sparring, sometimes they try to knock out. You know what I mean? They go in too hard. But it's part of the game, and for me, you know what I mean. I missed that. I miss that. You know what I mean? Because I have this warrior mentality,
Mhm.
and me, I'm smart enough to don't get into a war in a sparring. You know what I mean? But I love when the guy is cranked up and he wants to kill me. I don't mind. At the end, I will shake his hand like anybody else, and I will say him thank you. But I like the guy be cranked up and want to kill me. But me, I always keep my calm. I always stay technical. I try to beat the shit out of them technically and be equal at myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's very benefit, and there's a lot of guys who coming in and out, and yeah, it's good. And if they get injured, they get injured. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have so much empathy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I feel sometimes when somebody gets injured, but like I don't have this empathy like I'm training with my guys for the last 15 years every day at the gym. You know what I mean? You build another type of relationship. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, this Tiger Muay Thai rejuvenates me on this way. You know what I mean? On my mind. My mind is more sharp because I know somebody is waiting me at the corner to kill myself. You know what I mean? I know it. I know. Okay, this guy, I'm gonna smash him. He's in the UFC, whatever. I'm gonna smash him. And if I dominate him, he's gonna come back. He's gonna ask me again. But logically, they ask me like we go one time with some this type of guys. Huh? We go one time, then they ask me another time, but they ask me you know smell the revenge. You know what I mean? So yeah. So my mind is sharp, and yeah, I see things from far. You know what I mean? I'm like. I don't say I'm more intelligent than other people, but this kind of stuff, I see it from far. So I say, okay, let's do it. So so I step up my game the way I should do, and yeah. And the second time, and after, I don't hear about them anymore. They don't want to spar with me anymore. I mean, they find excuses or they go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So yeah, I say, okay, I'm right. Yeah. I beat him, and he want to revenge, and then disappear. I beat him twice. So anyway,
It seems like you're having more fun out there training compared to, training in Montreal because like you just said, Montreal, you got guys that you've been training for over 10 years. Your brothers, you know each other so well, but when you go down to Thailand, you got guys coming in and they want to challenge you and then you could, kind of test yourself a little more,
yeah,
right?
exactly. You know what I mean? It's like you are in a black belt, legit black belt in jiu-jitsu. You go somewhere else, and people want to test your black belt. So me, my black belt, I'm a brown belt jiu-jitsu, but it's like my black belt for me. It's I'm in the biggest organization in the world. So people want to test themselves. You know what I mean? And they will be like super happy, if they beat a UFC guy. You know what I mean? Oh,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like a lot of guys, you'll be surprised if you get into the cage. You'll be surprised how many guys wants to cut your head off because you're in the UFC. But for me, it's all fun. You know what I mean? Because I'm not in this friendly mood, like in Montreal. You know what I mean? I'm a warrior, and yeah, Tiger Muay keeps my mind like sharp and fresh. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I have to. I have no choice. If I go if I go sparring I go sparring in Tiger Muay Thai like I do in in Tristar, I will be smashed. I will be smashed. Yeah, yeah. It happened to me, but not smashed. But I received a very good shot, and I had this black guy, and the guy was happy about it, and he was telling the friends, la la la. I put a black guy on the UFC fighter, and then okay. So now I know this kind of mentality, and it's good.
Mhm.
It's for me, for my brain. as a fighter, for me, it's healthy. That's it. It will become not healthy if I get into it and say, okay, you know what I mean? If I will behave like them, you know what I mean? So I don't mind. They come, okay, no problem. But me, I do my stuff. I stay the same, and yeah, that's it. But I like like I said, he's no better phrase than that. It's like he keeps my mind very very fresh and sharp, and that's what I needed. I really really that's what I needed. And I have a dope Muay Thai coaches. I love training with Lai Shiwatana.
Mm.
Uh, this guy is dope. I love him. And Don too is very good. But lately I'm training with Lai, and yeah, we have a good chemistry. He pushed the pace, and yeah, I feel like I'm 25, 30, early 30 years old. You know what I mean? Moving
Mhm.
everywhere and touching. I feel good. I feel good.
Well, you got a black belt in beating ass. That's what you got a black belt in, That's what you
Yeah.
do, right? Now, before your last fight, you went into UFC Ottawa, you got the win, on a late notice, like 1 week out, they changed your opponent, you got the win. You said that you weren't satisfied, but before that, you lost two in a row for the first time in your career. What was the mentality going into that fight? Were did you feel a lot of pressure on yourself to, get that win?
No, but I, I, I thought he would be. I thought he would be seriously. Like I was okay. Uh, I was. I had this question in my head, but no, this pressure didn't touch me. I said, okay, I train well. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and that's it. And if it's the end, it's not the end of my life. It will be probably the end of my UFC career, but it's not going to be the end of my life. I had a good ride, and yeah, let's make the most of it on this last dance, and that's it. But that was when I was about to fight. What's the name of the guy? Babuza? I don't remember. It's a very complicated name.
Oh,
Uh,
pre-Polek, you're talking about?
no, not the other one before.
Oh, say CR
CR.
Zada.
Yeah, I would say just CR. Uh, yeah, so I had a very good strategy against him. Line, it would have been a very very good fight, very very good fight for me. Even if it would be my fight. Uh, would have taken me out of the UFC, but it would have been a good fight because this guy, I know he's a warrior. I know what he brings, and I know what I brings. And our matchup was fireworks. But yeah, on the way, it changed, and I was fighting a southpaw. Uh, yeah, I had some adaptation to do pretty quick, but yeah, I didn't have the pressure, like a bad pressure. Like my pressure was a usual pressure. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like nothing really changed. Yeah, but I'm happy I won for sure.
Going back to UFC Liverpool, right? Like in you had a fight with Claudio Silva, you lost the fight, and then he, alleged that you came at him and attacked him in the hotel. Could you tell me exactly what happened and what went down in that with that situation?
Yeah, but it's a defeat I can't swallow because he knows what happened. You know what I mean? It's like the when he got my back, the ref came and he said, "Oh, don't grab his glove." And I was like annoyed, but I said, "Okay, I'm not grabbing his glove anyway." And I was keep on going, and the ref came again, and uh, I leave my hand from the defense, and I was like, "What? I don't grab his glove, you know, but I don't have to say that. I have to keep on doing my thing." But I didn't, and I lose focus and I lose temper. I let go the grip, and he choked me out. Um and yeah, and I didn't swallow this defeat because I was wiping the floor. with him. You know what I mean? It's like I was way better than him. And then as I wanted to tell him my point of view if I had the chance to see him. And when I get into the lobby, the hotel, and I saw him, he was texting, whatever. And I came to him and say, man, I beat you 9-10, and you have been fucking lucky. Like I was telling things, and I say you were very dishonest. You used the momentum by the ref. He's coming or whatever. So I was start to speaking to him, and he was like his eyes like a deer seeing a flashlight from a car. You know what I mean? Like he was in shock. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that his wife stood up and she came between us. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell? And then when when his wife came, like right away, he stood up, he chest up, like blah, blah, but he was still behind his wife, and his wife was on front. I see the drama. We I don't know. There was a little bit of back and forth, but I was like, okay, shit's going too far. I go back to my hotel room, and I went back. That's it. So, but yeah, but I will never swallow this defeat. I will take any occasion to beat his ass. I hope this occasion will happen in the future.
Now, you've talked about going to middleweight for a little while. How come you haven't decided, to move up to middleweight? You're still fighting at welterweight. Your next fight is at welterweight.
Yeah, but I was kind of tired to cut weight, and I had the idea, okay, maybe I should move up. And it was at the time of a lot of fighters was starting to move up on the category too, and the 170 category it's pretty much stacked. It's going to be very hard to climb the stairs to the top. So yeah, I was thinking then it would be easier to reach the top at 185, and I'm still a big guy. Yeah, and that's it. So I talked about it, and then I had to speak with the UFC, and yeah, I understood, and it was better for me to stay at 170, and yeah, so I'm gonna stay like this until the end of my career, I think. But I said that then I can take a short notice fight if it's a good opportunity. I will take a short notice fight at 185. I don't mind. So yeah, let's see.
One last thing, MMA will be legalized in France in 2020. Are you looking forward to that? Are you looking forward to fighting in Paris maybe?
Yeah, but strangely, I mean, yeah, I've done all my career in Canada, and I've been built in Canada. I never train in a never train in a gym in France. Like I have some French fighters, but I met them at Tristar. I met them at other gyms. You know what I mean? But in France, I went like maybe 2-3 times in my whole career in a French gym. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like I'm not so much like excited about it. I'm excited. Like I'm excited for the fighters I know, and yeah, I know it will give a lot of opportunities to other fighters, other French fighters, talented. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited for them and the future. But for myself, I'm not so much excited. You know, I mean, I fought all around the world. I feel like kind of accomplished. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So if it happens, it happens. But it's like I'm not super excited. And they have been announced, and it will be legalized so many times. Then you know what I mean? I'm not losing hope, but it's like it can be not. So yeah, and what I can say else, and yeah, the politic in France, it's it's strange. For sure, it's gonna be awkward as fuck. You know what I mean? You have to deal
Mm.
with the business with the Americans. Americans do like this, like this, like this, like this, and it's their way. It's not your way. So okay, you can legalize, but at the point to have a UFC in Paris, la 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 la, uh, is not to win. It's I don't see it happening like this quick, this fast. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like the politics is strange. People are so strange. Like everybody wants to be the president of the MMA in France. You know what I mean? I see the little battles from uh, from gyms and from like fighters veteran who try to take the spot. You know, it's it's a strange fight between
Mm.
them. You know what I mean? Like politics fight.
Mm.
Uh, they clashing him. They clashing. You know, a small community war. You know what I mean? Like in a village. You know, in a small village in the back country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not developed. It's not developed uh, on martial art enough, and it's not developed in the mentality. You know,
Mm.
the mentality. I don't feel like it's developed enough. They have to work together. France is France, and that's it. Like okay, but it's a small community inside France, and they battle each other who wants the spot to be like the Dana White of the France. But you know what I mean? Like it's strange. It's very strange. Very, very,
Oh,
very
it
strange.
is. It is very strange because I think a lot of countries are going through that exact same thing. It's a small community and everybody wants to be the president, and it's a fight between a couple of guys, and that kind of blocks a lot of development in any country that wants MMA or even jujitsu, and you've probably seen it all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I don't see it happening like this quick as they said. You know what I mean? So for sure, me, I'm a number one. I'm a number one welterweight in France. I'm one of the top five in Europe. I'm a top five in Canada also. I'm between 20 and 30 in the world. So for sure, it will look good if I will fight in France. It's a it's a good idea. You can be excited, but it's like I'm like I'm pessimistic. Can I say that? Pessimistic?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. That is, yeah.
pessimistic. Like it will happen like this easy. Yeah, I prefer sit back, see, continue my career, and taking opportunities. And well, if it happens, I will do it. You know, it must gonna be yeah, a very excited event. But let's see. And it is dangerous with those you know with those like the problems we have in France. You know what I mean with the terrorism and
Mhm.
this stuff. You know, I would for honestly, I wouldn't feel very secure to fight in Paris
Mhm.
uh, with so much, very crowded. You know what I mean? It's a big target for where they are politically. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It would be a big target. So I would feel more secure to fight in Brazil, like less than 1 kilometer from the favelas, than fighting in Paris. So I don't know. Let's see.
All right. Well, your next fight is going to be September 7th. You're probably in the beginnings of your camp, UFC 242. It's a huge one, in Abu Dhabi. Nordine, thank you so much. And, good luck on your future.
A pleasure. Thanks, man.